Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Tuesday? I am doing quite well. We are here today for yet another. This is too bright. Hold on. It's just that my eyes are so sensitive, especially since I've been in this new office. It's like a lot darker in here, so my eyes just don't adjust like that anymore. But this is a temporary one. I did post some sneak peek pics on my members only community feed. But anyway, okay. So we're back again for another video about the Diddy docket. Okay, we're talking about documents which were all filed in the last 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken. These are docs 80, I think I said 87. Yeah. 87 through 90. Okay. 90 was just filed and it is about, let me pull up here. You can see it. Here's the docket. Okay. So we are looking at the most recently filed thing is number 90 that was filed today. And then we had, a plethora here filed yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 docket entries yesterday. Okay, so the most recent one that we did our letter by Diddy. Yep, we did that one. We did. Okay, so I think the most recent one we read was 86. And then here's a letter, number 87. Okay, so let's start with 87. And let me pull that document up now too on the YouTube channel. If you're listening on the podcast, you probably won't obviously see this, but if you're here in the live chat, hello, hi. This is document number 87. Now, this is just a little petty letter, in my opinion, that Diddy's lawyers wrote to the judge yesterday. You'll have to go back and watch the most recent video that I just did in this Diddy docket one. If you're keeping up in real time, or especially if you're keeping up not in real time, the docket YouTube videos that I'm making, listen, this is how y'all will know, okay? Because it's, as you can see, it's starting to get confusing, right? Like, oh, which one did we do? They're all called letter, right? It's confusing. They all have a document number, okay? I have been putting since the 70s, which is, not that many ago, but I've been putting on the thumbnail images, like the pictures that you click on to come into this YouTube video, I've been putting the docket numbers up at the top left-hand corner, right by where it says live, if it's one of the live streams. But that's how y'all will know. Okay. That's how you can keep track of it no matter what. Okay. So now we're on docket number 87. And in my opinion, this is just a petty letter in response to the most recent filing before that, which was 86. And it's the government kind of using their briefing papers as an opportunity to make more arguments. And so here's Diddy coming back and saying, no, you can't do that. So this is yesterday, docket number 87. Dear Judge Subramanian, we respectfully submit this letter on behalf of Diddy in response to the government's letter dated at submitted today, docket number 86. Okay, so this is in response to docket number 86. The government's 13-page letter rehashes old arguments, adds new arguments, and seeks to supplement the factual record, even though the parties have already provided full briefing. And the court held a lengthy bail hearing on Friday, November 22nd. The court asked the parties for short letters on a very specific legal issue. Diddy's letter responded to the court's request and addressed only that issue. Mr. Combs objects to the government's submission to the extent it goes beyond responding to the court's specific question and requests that the court not consider any new or repetitive information in the government's letter. Okay. So this is submitted by Alexandra Shapiro, one of Diddy's lawyers, and she is saying, Your Honor, you asked what kind of communications Diddy could have, and they went all off the rails, rehashing old arguments. They included all kinds of new stuff never heard of in my life. And so Diddy's lawyers is like, this isn't fair. Like, can you please not consider that? Like, we object to all that. Like, that's not fair or whatever. So that's just the whole thing. Like, this is the whole letter. That's document number 87. Okay, so let's go back to our main docket here and see what document number 88 is all about. Okay. So 88 is actually a transcript. It is a transcript of the proceedings that happened on this is not the bail hearing, okay? This is the stuff that happened on November 19th. So the transcript is now available from the hearing that happened on November 19th. That was the one about the legal pad, right? And Mark Agnifilo stood up there and he was like, it's illegal. It says legal across the front of all of it. And the judge was like, oh my God, it says legal on it. Bring it up here. Let me look at it. And Mark Agnifilo brought it up, and sure enough, it did say legal. But then come to find out, the government took pictures of it before it ever said that. So now they're trying to say that Diddy falsified evidence. Okay, so all of that, the hearing about the legal notepad where Mark Agnifilo first made that representation, that was the November 19th hearing. So now that transcript is available. We will not be going over that transcript for two reasons. Number one, it is too long. I don't feel like it. And number two, you actually have to buy this separately, and it's a long process to get it. The transcripts may become available where someone actually does make them available. If so, then we'll be able to reference them. And then that is, again, docket number 88. The next document is docket number 89, and that is just the notice that that transcript had been filed. Redacted transcript deadline. Okay, so we can't get that yet. Okay. Release of transcript restrictions set on 2/24. Okay. So, all right. I should have read this first, but just to let y'all know, amendment to what I just said, this is live, so it stays in, but it looks like it's not publicly available. Okay, so that's probably the main number one reason we're not gonna be going over it, but it's not publicly available yet. But it looks like there is some extra time padded in for Diddy and the government's sides to redact things. Say they want stuff left out, say they, whatever, and then release of the transcript restriction is February 24th next year. So just in a few months, they are going to release the transcript, I guess. Again, I'm not really sure if we would still have to go through the whole thing of like reporting contacting the court reporter, paying, or if it just becomes actually fully public. I'm really not certain. Okay. But that is what docket numbers 88 and 89 deal with. And that brings us to, I think, the most, I don't know, exciting or whatever, like anticipated thing on the docket right now. It's the most recently filed. It was filed today, docket number 90. This is a letter by Diddy or, his lawyers addressed to the judge from Mark Agnifilo, dated today in response to docket number 86. So this is a letter. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So this letter is actually in response to the government's letter that Mark Agnifilo just took issue with, right? He just took issue with that file, that specific filing, 86, right? Letter by the USA as to Sean Combs. This is the 13-page filing that the government was just now, that Mark Agnifilo is just now real mad about, right? They put too much extra stuff and they added extra issues and they whatever, all that. So in response to that, we have docket number 90. So docket number 90 responds to docket number 86, and it has to do with what types of communications that Diddy can be making, whether he's in jail or not. Okay, so let me pull that up. Okay. So, unsurprisingly, it's completely redacted all over the place. And it's from Diddy's lawyers. And it says, this short letter is in response to the government's long letter of yesterday and updates the court on one issue discussed at Friday's conference. Okay, so one of the issues which was discussed at the bail hearing where they stood up and talked and all that, they're updating. So Diddy's lawyers are updating the court on one issue discussed at Friday's conference. Following Friday's conference, the defense located a long redacted, long redacted, long redacted. Okay. So I don't know what they located. Okay. Or what Diddy located. But following Friday's conference, following the bail hearing, Diddy located a lot of black redacted. This is an important safety measure. So whatever they're talking about right there was supposedly an important safety measure that better ensures the safety of Diddy, the security detail, and others. Oh, I'm dying to know what's behind this redacted. Oh, I'm dying to know. That is a lot of sentences. That is most of the paragraph. That is most of the paragraph. This important safety measure, this is an important safety measure that better ensures the safety of Diddy, the security detail, and others. So, what did he locate? What did they locate? I don't know. We have attached several photographs taken on November 25th of the building. So they got some pictures. They got some pictures and they put them right here. I can't see them. You can't see them. But it does say a security professional, I'm guessing from Patriot Security. A security professional is coming to the location on the morning of today, November 26, 2024, to assess the location, including the placing of cameras and other security measures. Y'all, they have the whole thing already planned out, like he's about to get out. Now, somebody was asking, why am I seeing reports that Diddy got let out on bail? I don't know. I have no idea, because this is the most recent filing. Okay. And this is just a just in case. The judge still could and very likely just still might keep Diddy in jail. All right. These people are pushing, right? They're everything's already lined up, Your Honor. Look how easy it's going to be just to put them right in the conservatorship or jail, or in this case, right in the apartment, whatever, right? Like, it's just like it's very important that you have all the paperwork ready to go. The paperwork needs to be ready to go. Okay. Okay. So it goes on and it says, we have also spoken with pretrial services, they just pushing, which indicated that in the event Diddy is granted release on conditions, that pretrial services would want to inspect the location prior to Diddy living there. Okay, so they're saying, we've talked to pretrial services and they told us that they wanted to inspect the premises before Diddy would ever move there. In regard to the concerns raised by the government, the stringent measures laid out in our bail proposal include, as the court will recall, that Diddy will not have access to a cell phone. Rather, the cell phone will be in exclusive possession of the security detail, which will keep a written log of all incoming and outgoing calls, text messages, etc. Accordingly, I'm going to need you to define the etc. Accordingly, all such communications will be maintained both in a written log and within the phone itself. Without getting into the merits of the government's various allegations, these conditions address them all, while also ensuring that Diddy has full access to his lawyers to prepare for trial and to defend the over 30 lawsuits which he is a defendant. That's all fine and good, y'all, but here's the issue. It's going to come down to the trustworthiness of whoever's actually in charge, right? In a jail context, it comes down to the trustworthiness of Diddy. Because everything they're doing in there is supposed to be like, on the cameras and recorded and logged and this and that. And it's like, if somebody were to be helping Diddy, it would be like another inmate who could face consequences, or somebody that works there, a prison or a jail employee, like a actual, maybe a police officer, somebody like that. So it's like, they could still be obviously bought off and stuff like that. Things do happen. Corruption does happen. But like, okay, let's say we're going to take him out of the jail. Do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel more certain that Diddy is going to not have a cell phone, not have access to a cell phone, if he's just in his own apartment that he owns, being guarded by the security detail that is just babysitting him? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, You can't say, okay, well, jail's not perfect, so and let's put him somewhere that's worse, like for the accountability factor, you know? Um, we thank the court for the time and attention it has devoted to our application. It's the thing about it is, y'all, you're probably not going to find another YouTuber, another, commentary person out here that is more sympathetic to Diddy's First Amendment, Sixth Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and all that rights. You're not. I do feel like I try to go above and beyond out of my way to preserve and protect Diddy's rights, because if I can't do that for him, then I feel like, why can I do that for like the next person down the street or whatever, like the next auditor or myself? It's like, obviously I want the sanctity of all of our rights to be respected. But then it kind of like I lose the sympathy at the part where it's like, I wouldn't have done the stuff he's done that we definitely have evidence for. You know what I mean? It's like, even if we say, don't even take into consideration any of the things that we don't have evidence for, which I do believe. In my personal opinion, between you and me, I believe it, but that's just my opinion, right? The stuff we have evidence for, the video camera footage, right? The kicking, the hitting, the beating, the throwing. I saw it with my own eyes. Excuse me. I saw it with my own eyes. Okay. So there wouldn't be that type of evidence against me because I don't do that. Okay. So Diddy also didn't say that it was fake. He did say it was altered for the purpose of misleading, but he didn't say that it was AI generated. He did not say that it wasn't him. In fact, he apologized for the behaviors on the tape. So I guess for me, what it really comes down to is, can we trust Diddy not to act a damn fool, even in the jail? I think no, unfortunately. I mean, just from the common sense, like, I'll say me, can I, in my opinion, trust him? I don't feel like I can. When you locked up under the 13th Amendment. Yeah, but there's still rights, even if it's the 13th Amendment applies. He should not be released. There is so much evidence to keep him locked up. He's a threat to people. He's not trustworthy, Randy Krause said. Let's see. Thanks so much, Louisa. Ugh, got something on my throat. It's Diddy. It's those Diddy's demons trying to choke me. For the 35 DKK super sticker. Appreciate that. Black Gold said Diddy pew pew a woman in the face and lied about it. I mean, I know that was alleged. I do think he did not get convicted on that, though. Let's petition. Thank you. There's so much more reason to keep him locked up than to grant him bail. That's a good point, I think. Diddy can't be trusted. Look at what he's done while in jail. And Dog Mom, I mean, this is what the government is saying. Like, Your Honor, even if you don't believe any of our evidence we brought to the grand jury before this, you need to believe, look what he's doing in jail right now. They do, Aisha. They come. One time I started choking so bad, it was like I couldn't breathe. My eyes were watering and it just went on and on and on. And so then I had to leave. I had to put my little cover over my screen and go. It was Diddy's demons choking me. Sometimes it's the Freemason ghost. They did it one time while I was investigating the Freemasons. Diddy is the head of GH Baby Oil. GH Baby Oil gang. Andrew Game. What is that? Girl, I'm serious. I'm telling y'all, I was crying. I was running nose. My nose was running. Yeah, I'm very unserious. This is not a serious place. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all. So y'all, this is what they want to do. They want to put him in this apartment. They saying the security is going to have his phone. And they're going to keep track. They're going to keep a notebook. Well, if I'm the government, I'm going to argue, yeah, kind of like how he was supposed to be keeping all his text messages, but he's got text messages that were deleted from his phone between witnesses or victims or whatever. As for trusting him, some security guards to do the right thing. I mean, I'm saying, Kiara, are you going to be covering Drake's new UMG lawsuit? I'm thinking about it, Chill Mary. I haven't read it yet, but I'm just like, I kind of feel like I'm being pushed in that direction. Like, I just feel like it's like, why do they keep trying to make me like why do they keep trying to make me care about Drake and what he's doing? You know, it's like I kind of feel like that about it, but I gotta read the lawsuit first and then I'll decide. Um Meek doesn't have a ghost. There's no Meek Mill ghost demons. Thank you, beautiful messy ball, for the $4.99. The fact people are comparing his bond to the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO and making it a race thing boggles my mind. JE and GM were not given bail. Yes, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. It is very interesting to me, that he's trying so hard to say that him and Jeffy are the same. I mean, excuse me, him and what's his name, Jeffries, the Abercrombie guy, are the same. He's like, oh, we're the same. Let me out like you let him out, but they not the same. Their charges are different. Thank you for the $5 Canadian super sticker, Little Devil Care Bear. That's cute. They being government or his lawyers. I don't know what the question, what the context was, Angie. Not an ashy limb inside. What? What? Diddy, his security team, mama, baby mama, kids. No one can be trusted, Naomi said. It feels that way. It definitely feels that way. Threatening witnesses on TikTok. Who did that? Oh, right. When am I gonna interview that guy? I don't know. I gotta y'all have a lot going on. I gotta get back in touch with him, but I should do that soon. Elle, thank you so much for the 1 gifted membership. We really need to get with how our world is run by. Girl, I don't think so. Y'all give them a lot more credit. Y'all give them a lot more credit than they deserve, because I never consented to my world being run by none of them people. So maybe your world can be run by them. I do not consent. They do not have my will. They do not have my consent. So I know for a fact they can't do stuff without people's consent. So they don't have my consent to run my world. So take it up with your rule book, Slick. You know what I mean? Thanks so much for that $1.99 super chat. Diddy AIOs. Wait, what? I don't know what this what these acronyms are, but thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Beautiful messy ball. Hello everyone. Y'all keep saying this. That's not his aunt. That's not his mom. That's his aunt. Somebody was referencing all that baby oil. If he gets out on bail, he'll be crazy empowered and do some low IQ, dumb and dangerous stuff, Teresa said. Rhonda said Clive Davis did not force Diddy to be a monster. Yeah, and that's the thing. They all their little weird culty things, all of them require consent and will. And y'all need to understand that words are power. So when you're out here saying our world is run by satanic blah 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 do, I understand your sentiment. I really do. But no, it isn't. Our world is not run by that. Our world is run by, I don't know, like divine karma and the Lord or something, but it's definitely absolutely not run by them. They're out here playing a clown. The clowns are out here. They're running a circus, but they're not running the world. Please stop saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or do say what you want, but I don't consent. Oh my God, did you see the streamer? I don't know what this is. What you talking about? What that means? Joy agreed. Do you think Justin is it? Who's just? I don't know. Clive Davis is the backing to Diddy, John Clifford said. Yeah, so that don't apply to me. It don't apply to me. I should say correct. Not witness influencer intimidation. I did. I made a video about that. I did. I made a video about that. Young Thug, Shawnee said Young Thug stayed locked up too. Did he get time served? He's done. No, they're not running the world though, Jen. They running cartels. Cartels are running cartels. Y'all have to stop saying that things are running the world, because I didn't consent to them to run the world. But when you say stuff like this, you consenting. So no, they're not running the world. No, they're not. They're running cartels and they need to be held accountable. I don't know what this is. Hey, what shenanigans and Diddy up to? Thank you so much, Katie. Did for the $3.99 super chat. Diddy will write legal on that notebook of phone calls, probably. I know. Did y'all see Natanya Rubin was talking? I'm trying to get her come on here. Did y'all see? Yeah, and this is the thing too. Hold on. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. Says, what if he just beep ficked humans for himself and his crew of freaks and not necessarily to other more powerful people. What if? That's what we got to get to at the bottom of the trial. That's one of the reasons we have to actually get to the trial. So the government needs to relax with raiding people's cells, in my opinion. That's a great question. Marty said, what happens if, Diddy becomes no longer with us before the trial? I don't know. Natanya's in the chat right now. Where is she? I was just now trying to say, I was watching Natanya. I did not finish the interview, but it was one she did yesterday, y'all, and I was getting chills for real. She was talking about the night of the, I think it was 1999 New York City club shooting, and she was just providing more details. Now, importantly, Natanya, she has been saying this same story and has been talking about it for years, including, I believe, as a witness in the trial. So she's really been trying to tell people about Diddy. And she's the one who had said, like, she actually had pew pew shrapnel, like, in her face. Like, she got in the face. And she had like a near death experience. She described yesterday, y'all, I told you I got chills like many times. She described like a kind of sort of out of body experience. I mean, I don't exactly want to put words in her mouth. You should go in. If one of the mods could, if one of the mods could link that video, because I don't remember the name of the creator and stuff, but I do want to shout it out right here, and I want to put the link because I want y'all to go and listen to Natanya in her own words. But y'all, I was listening to her and she was talking about that night. This was just yesterday. She was live with some other creators. And she was talking about how, like, when she was even getting dressed that night before she went out, she had just kind of given her life over to the Lord. She describes it as getting saved, like in October. This was in December. And she was going out with her friends. And she's getting dressed that night. She's about to leave out the door. And she's like, she hears God telling her to change her shoes or something. I mean, it was a whole, like, there was all these warning signs, like, leading up to it. And she describes them. And she was like, I've been out in Manhattan. Naomi said, never changed her story once. She said, it wasn't Tisa Tells. No, it was a guy. It was two men, actually. I don't remember the name of let me see. Hold on. I did text it to a couple people. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. It's
discuss.
Okay. It's Too Strong. Too Strong is the name of the channel. Let me show y'all it right here. Cause this is, somebody who was there. I mean, she was there that night, and Naomi said it hadn't changed her story. Never changed her story. This is her right here at the bottom, Natanya. And then I guess this is Too Strong. I don't know. I'm sorry, never been on this channel before, but it was a great interview, and they really do just kind of like really let her tell her story. But yeah, she's describing stuff that happened that night. She's like, we get up to the the club basically, and she was like, there was like no cars, like it's middle Manhattan, middle of Times Square, like the busiest part of Manhattan, West 43rd Street. And she said before we even got in the club, there was two ambulances in the middle of New York City, Manhattan, Times Square, just parked right in front of the club. And she was like, it was just weird, like, why is there's these two ambulances? She was like, it almost was just like it was a setup, like it was a production and it was meant to happen. Like, she said, I never saw two ambulances. And she said, and lo and behold, it was those two ambulances that did end up taking me to the hospital, she said. And she said when she saw them, she just was like, are they expecting somebody to die? And you know what, y'all? I believe her. I sure do. So yeah, I did see that. Young Thug, okay, thank you, Beautiful Messy Ball, is updating us on the Young Thug. Took a no contest plea, Alfred plea, just to get out. He's essentially on probation for life. I'm extremely sus of the deal. Would love for you to deep dive and cover with your insight on the industry. I mean, this is what happens whenever the government, is up against these types of lawyers. Like Ebony, she said it many times. She said literally God was like hollering in her ear, go change your shoes. She said God told her, don't freak out. Like, I'm paraphrasing right now, but she's like, don't, I don't know. The only like what I remember is like, don't freak out, but like, don't get scared. You're about to get hit. And she said she started screaming. This is what she said. She said she started screaming, no. And as she's screaming, no, she gets hit. Oh, I have chills because I believe her. Like, it just passes the gut check to me. Like, I do believe her. And she's like, no. And because God told her she was going to get hit. And then it hits her. She just felt like a hot sledgehammer, like the most hot, like intense. And she ends up getting put in them same ambulances. And you know what, too? She was like, and her friends that she went there with left her. She was like, it's code. You don't leave with different people than when you came. What did she say? She was like, it's like in the Black community or, like Black code or whatever. She's like, when you go somewhere with somebody, you leave with them people. You don't, I'm paraphrasing here. You don't go and you don't leave somebody. And she's like, yeah, I mean, my friends just left me. I guess, I mean, I got shot, but like, she's like, I guess the most basic primal instinct is self-preservation. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty messed up. They just left me there. And she was like, but then there was these 2 other girls that came and helped me. And then she ended up going to the hospital. But y'all, hello. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat, Kierce. Hey, from Australia. Hello. Ebony said, yes, we come together, we leave together. In Shine's last interview, he had the nerve to say if Diddy shot the girl, it was in self-defense. This lady, and the whole time she was like, I had just got saved. I was trying to prophesy to people. People were calling me holy roller. What are you doing out here? And she's like, the whole time I'm just thinking, I should not have come out here. I mean, Katie, see, this is one of the issues is like in the West, we're kind of taught like a certain version of God, like that it's like this man who's sitting up there and like moving stuff around like chess pieces. Like, y'all have to understand, God allows people to have free will and he allows us to suffer the consequences of the free will. And sometimes the consequences is hurting other people who didn't ask for it and didn't deserve it. It's like if nobody ever got hurt and nobody ever did nothing, then God would be stopping everything and time wouldn't exist. But that's not a conversation y'all are ready to have. So no, Katie, I understand that you're coming from a place of trying, but it's just no for me. Okay. Yes, there's free will. Y'all have to understand. Yes. Do I think Diddy and Jalen is a clone? No, I don't think it's a clone. That's my opinion. I don't think it is. Even if Shane admits Diddy still cannot be charged, he was acquitted. I don't know what that means. Frank or Alfred? They're completely. I think it's Alfred, the no contest, right? Maybe it's Girl No Zero. So go do the research and plug it in here. I'll pin it. When's the judge's verdict? Anyone knows? It's supposed to be like now. I mean, it's supposed to be any moment. Really. Let me go check the docket. I'm surprised. I would be surprised. Excuse me. I'm surprised the judge is going to decide this, and they keep submitting all the papers. Like, is he going to call for another hearing? He may want to ask more questions. Like, but it is supposed to be decided this week on the bail. Yeah, seriously. Nope, nothing new. 90. I'm ready for the conversation, Betty Jane said. I mean, that's the thing. But he will use the enemy meant for bad and his good, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper in a man. What about the bird sacrifice? Y'all keep talking about the bird sacrifice. Heard you asking about it. That story was so wild. He's trying to call on those dark forces. I mean, look, listen, this sounds crazy to some people, but I grew up in Louisiana. Okay. And there's one thing that I've never wanted to mess with, and I have a lot of respect for because it is scary to me. Okay. Voodoo, hoodoo, Western African spiritual practices. Thank you. I respect you. Please. I mean, you know, harm. I'm not dabbling and I'm not dibbling, because if you want to see somebody take apart a chicken, y'all, they use chicken bones, stuff like that. So when I hear bird sacrifice, I'm from Louisiana, baby. You don't have to convince me. I've seen it. And I wasn't, at the, it's like you see the remnants. You got chicken bones on your porch? You better call somebody to come cleanse your stuff. You don't leave a soldier behind. I don't mess with it. Nope, nope. I mean, nothing can hurt me, but that's because I don't dabble. You know what I mean? Like, if you have your barriers up, you have your barriers up. But that's not the type of thing I'm trying to dabble and dibble in. If you do, good for you. That's for you. That's you. That's not what I'm trying to be around. Amen. Yeah, no, it's they call sometimes people call it witchcraft. It's called different words in Spanish as well. And look, these are thousands of years, millions, who knows how long old religions and spiritual practices and beliefs, and probably some of it works. It ain't gonna work on me if it means me harm. Only thing that can work on me is stuff that means me the highest good because I'm God's favorite. But that's because I'm protected. I stay protected because I don't go dabbling. Y'all playing with the Ouija boards and stuff, y'all need to stop. Oh, we aren't calling the serpent and the rainbow. I don't know what that means. When is the verdict? We don't know. Sometime this week. Yeah, no, and exactly. Africa, India, Peru, exactly. And it's called different stuff, different languages. Sometimes it's like versions of it called shamanism, some sects, and there's good and bad in everything, y'all. I'm not trying to say like I don't appreciate that it's a legitimate spiritual practice. What I'm trying to say is I'm from Louisiana and I've seen the chicken bones be used in a way that doesn't mean anybody any good. Okay. So when I hear bird sacrifice, I'm staying far away. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. All right. All right. If it's given racist, then that's a personal problem because I'm not a racist, and maybe you are. Sometimes I find that the people that scream and shriek this the loudest are actually the people who hold the racist views. Because if you actually sincerely think about it, if you are of the type of the ilk of person who believes that because of my race, I'm not allowed to talk about my personal experiences in the culture where I grew up, maybe you're the racist. So if it's giving racist, maybe you need to take it up with the Lord. Thank you, Tony Langley, for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Louisa, for the 17 DKK super chat. Off topic, I need the link for the They Lied John. It's coming out today. We got the website elves working in the background workshop. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Hey, from Australia. I think I already got that one. Hey, Kiers. And thank you again for that $5 super chat. Crazy world. Crazy. My favorite intelligent baddie, can't stop, won't stop. Thank you, Jacqueline. And thank you for the $4.99 super chat. There used to be a phrase, please, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. They call it that boot. I've heard that song. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Tony, again for that $2 super chat. I know, Stephanie. It's like anything is projection. Amen, Jesus. Because I wasn't ain't a thing I said was racist. Amen. There it is. It's just, a Drake update just dropped. Y'all keep trying to make me care about Drake. Let me go see what the Drake update is. Drake suing UMG. Oh no, I don't see nothing else new. Oh, are you talking about? Yeah, he's suing over the They Not Like Us, that song. Okay, let me refresh like the docket again and just see if anybody filed anything because they just keep filing stuff over here. Okay, Beth, see, this is where I stay away from it. Listen, this ain't the hoodoo voodoo education channel. I'm just let y'all know. I don't know. I'm ignorant and I would prefer to stay that way. Thanks so much. Those who shout the loudest have the most to hide, Claire said. See, how can I be racist when John Davy Way is my brother? Please, I love him. Sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, that is crazy. Like I'll already have recorded a video and it's not out yet. Like it's in the back end, and he'll say like verbatim something I say. It's like, whoa, we are connected to the same. Yeah. See, mothership. Yeah, it's just, it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. They have nothing else to say. It's just something's wrong with them. Okay. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Trying again. Link for the They Lied hoodie. It's not out yet. It's not out yet. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. We got the merch Christmas elves on the website, working on the website right now as we speak. So hoping it comes out, hoping the link is out today. But whenever the link opens, I'm gonna blast it far and wide. Thank you again for that $2 super chat. What is Drake? I don't think he's dying, girl. Oh, suing. Woo. Oh, Chill Murray. This is such an obvious possible explanation. Good point. I didn't even think about this. This is funny. Meek Mill paying $100K for investigators is definitely why influencers were visited. Now, I mean, obviously, I don't know the exact definite reason, but wait, hold on. Good point. Him paying $100,000 for investigators is why influencers were visited. Imagine there's just like one other person out here like, oh, go figure out why my name keeps getting brought up. Oh, yeah, let's send 2 goons to just go randomly ask. That actually could be. I mean, I still probably think I'm leaning toward feds, but I mean, it's a very good, it's a very good, it's a very good, like, obvious explanation. I haven't thought of it. It's a good point. I hope the judge decides to do that they have more cameras. J.R. Williams. Yeah, no, you leaving that alone, leaving it alone. Thank you. All the respect. Thank you. Yeah, well, that's something that he needs to take up with the Lord. Chloe said it may seem racist. It may seem racist because anything attached to Black indigenous religions is taught to be evil to the masses of people. Like that's not. Did I teach them that? Hell no. So why is it that I have to be the one that suffers bad faith, racist stereotypes, and be called vile names and abused and harassed by strangers on the internet because something some other people was doing? If I did something, let me know. You know what I mean, Chloe? Like, I see what you're saying, but do you also see how it's like, well, seem? It might seem right. Like, that's stupid. What do you mean it might seem? It either is or it isn't. And what I said wasn't. I was actually being very respectful. And I was telling people to leave that alone unless it's part of their own culture and their own spiritual practices. But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of people who are not 100 only percent Black who practice that as well. So I think it's a racist supposition to say that only Black people practice it. For the record, I don't, and I don't want to. But it's like a lot of racism comes out when people start alleging racism. And it's actually like, I'm not going to put up with those allegations and accusations because I know for a fact they're not true. So y'all can put up with the abuse and get called everything but a child of God, but it ain't going to happen in the Queen's Court. No, the hell it is not. Thank you. Thank you for the 1999 super chat. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate you and your expertise so much. Cuff Diddy. Thank you, artist, for the 1999 super chat. Where is the membership join button? Dan wants to know. Thank you for the 199 super chat as well. Somebody please let him know. I think you might have to log on the desktop unless it's an iPhone or something. It's something about the iPhone. I don't know what that means, but whoever just told me what to do got banned. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm out of the woke cult. I'm letting y'all know I'm out. I signed out. I clocked out. I did my dues. I did my time. I worked my shifts in the woke cult. I am not in it no more. Thank you so much. Whoever's trying to tell me what we need to focus on is getting banned because I don't know who the we is. You're in the Queen's Court. Welcome to it. I do what I want over here. I talk about what I want over here. Can we get back to talking about? Yeah, sure. Go do that on your channel. You're banned from here. Did my eye start twitching? No. Thank you. Thank you, Ebony. It's like, look at them out here. They just trying anything they can. Oh, I finally watched Blink twice. Y'all told me to watch Blink twice. Woo! I finally watched it. It was, I could see why y'all wanted me to watch it. It's Channing Tatum is freaking terrifying. I'm sorry. I was like, woo, this is like Shia LaBeouf, Jim Carrey, Ariana Grande, and one of them other weirdos all rolled into one. What's that one? Penn Badgley, maybe. I'm sorry. I was like, whoa, this man needs, I don't even believe in therapy. I think you might check some out. You know what I mean? I mean, woo, like even being able to act like that, give this man an award and some medical attention. You know what I mean? Like, woo. I don't know what that means. Blink twice was wild, Chris Gill said. I mean, it was. It's crazy. You know, there's certain parts that still like just stand out to me. Like I thought the lady who was screaming Red Rabbit was like in on it or whatever, but really, well, y'all know, no spoilers here. Gabby Hanna. What about her? Scenes from Blink twice are stories from Diddy. I did notice that, Martha. I did notice that. The yellow snake and all, right? It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird movie. It left me feeling uneasy. But I will tell y'all about the Blink Twice movie. I got to give them a little bit of respect because a lot of times when you're watching those type of movies, it's like they take it as an opportunity to go above and beyond and just like so much grotesque, gore and violence and detail and debauchery. And they do a pretty decent job. I mean, relative, everything's relative, but in my opinion, they do a pretty decent job of keeping everything, up to your imagination. I mean, they do show some stuff. I would say there is definitely depictions that are, a little triggering for probably some and many, I would say. And I think they did still put some stuff in there, but we're talking about relative, right? Comparing to everything out here. I think they did a pretty good job at like, showing how bad it can be without just getting carried away, it got into my brain. The nails, when the nails were breaking, because I remember she did her nails at the very beginning and she was taking a picture. And I'm like, I got my nails done today. It's like I know how long gel nails stays on. And so if it's brittle and breaking off like that, I'm like, she doesn't know what day it is, but it's been a long time. It's been a week, at least. And when can we go? And she's all out of it or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. And then she has all the dirt under the nails and she don't remember. And then the like, oh yeah, no, y'all gotta, I was going to say y'all gotta watch Blink twice, but you really don't. It's up to you if you want to watch it. It was suspenseful, Sybil. I would agree with that one. Okay. So I am slick. I don't believe that. My dad used to call people slick. I've been trying to revive some of his catchphrases, just for fun. He used to say, "This ain't no middle of the mall shit." Okay. This ain't no middle of the mall shit. I mean, he was like, from Monroe, Louisiana, and grew up in a little bit of Mississippi too. So he had and like smoked 2 packs of Marlboros a day. So yeah, ain't no middle of the mall shit. Right. I'm like, this ain't a middle of the mall shit. Okay. And like, but it actually is probably or something. Or the thing is, they were all a little bit profane, his favorite phrases. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, we're just doing the wrap up. It's just the end of the stream and we're just kind of doing the wrap up, just hanging out. Yeah, Crystal Q said, I think Zoe Kravitz saw so much crap. She was the director of the movie. Her dad used to party with Diddy too. Yeah, I think I remember that. He was really in it. I used to love Slick and Slim. Slim boss. My dad would say boss, but he would say it like boss, because it's like different pronunciation, boss. Yeah, my dad lived in Manny, did a lot of jobs in Manny. Yeah, he was born in, I think, Monroe, Louisiana is the hospital he was born, I believe. But he lived everywhere. Is he Brianna? Is that true? I want to see. Listen, I'm not on either one of the sides. If you watch this channel, you know that. One of the reasons that I didn't fully ever Jimmy Crack Corn. He used to love that one, Jimmy Crack Corn. It should just dismiss somebody out of hand. But Dad, all my friends are gonna be there. Jimmy Crack Corn. He would not care. What about Dog Pack? I don't know. What about him? I haven't talked to him recently. He's cool though. I like him. Last I heard of him. I mean, I like him. Shreveport and West Monroe. Yep. He worked jobs there too. He was a traveling worker. He would like do iron work and scaffold building and welding and yeah. No, he was too young for whippersnapper. My dad was Gen X. Yeah. My dad was Gen X. So he wasn't like saying whippersnapper. That's a little bit boomer. No, I haven't. I did look at the Mr. Beast apology, faux apology, and I do have a BJ Investigates coming on that. I don't want to give any credibility to this soggy serial individual because they are not credible. And the reason being is when they first posted that video, they made one of the most horrible, horrendous allegations I've ever seen made with a straight face and said that my friend, who I met through the Mr. Beast coverage, Cam Nuggets, was a PDF and he was looking at materials online because Cam Nuggets was live streaming, reading through the public Discord or whatever messages, logs that were leaked. And many people were making videos about it. So there's pictures of stuff in these things. And so he goes off screen and he scrolls by it and, comments on it. My friend, Cam Nuggets, y'all met him over here. And this soggy serial idiot said that Cam Nuggets was looking at CP, like a very serious allegation that you cannot make in good faith. And people were reporting Cam Nuggets for that too. And it was really bad. That is a very serious allegation to make against someone. And he said it like for sure. Like it wasn't like, oh, alleged, someone said, I think in my belief. No, which it still would be pretty bad, but you can have a belief. That is not what he did. And so, no, I will not be giving any credibility. I will not be giving any credence to a damn word that comes out of that person's mouth, if you could even call him something like that, because it is so low down. And it is such unacceptable behavior that I think he should be charged for it criminally, in my opinion. So no, I haven't watched Soggy Serial's video. Now, I will say that part with the allegation has been removed, thankfully, as it should be. As it should be. I think that is actually a great type of reason to take someone's platform. I don't believe in deplatforming truly. But whenever you can't keep the trees from the forest enough to know whenever somebody's reading a Discord log, like it makes it really hard out here for actual child victims. I can tell you that. Whenever every Tom, Dick, and Harry down the street in their little drama battle with the boys of YouTube wants to accuse them of being a PDF. No, I took that shit real personal because he did that to my friend who I like. Anyway, I did see the Oompaville video and I have a BJ Investigates coming out on that shortly. Do not bear false witness. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see what y'all your husband's from Monroe. Well, then might be my cousin. Everybody's my cousin, y'all. Yeah, exactly. I never heard of him before either. And you know what's very sick about it, y'all? Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, he was admitting that he was sharing. He admitted to sharing that video to defend himself. I shared Soggy's video like they're on a freaking first name basis. Soggy and Beast out here saying false things in video and sharing it. Like, no, hell no. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me resharing that bullshit. No. If he wanted me to react favorably to his bullshit, he shouldn't have been calling my friend a PDF with no evidence. My Midwest cousin. There it is. Woo. Ethan Klein from H3 called somebody a PDF for calling out his ties and is paying the price. Oh, is that true? Daniel, I haven't heard anything about that. I need to look into that. What about Liam Payne? Somebody killed him. Looks like, right? Wasn't his death ruled now a homicide? Because he was unconscious when he fell from the thing and he had pink Tucci in his. I don't know. I got to catch up on it. Jimmy's on a new commercial, they said. Marlboros. Stop. It's true. Oh my God, I can hear it in my head. Oh my God, so scary, that film. I know. Oompa video is full of so much BS. Y'all, okay, listen. Tyrone, good point. Because listen, the Oompaville video, since we here, I feel like Oompaville is also my cousin. Like, I feel a camaraderie with him. I feel like an innocence. I feel a naivete where he actually just wants to do what's right. I think that, about him. And then I also think he like wants the cool kids of YouTube to think he's cool. So, which that part I don't feel. I don't give a shit. I know that I'm way cooler than most of y'all status quo bitches, and I'm just so sorry. I want to be me so bad, but you failing. And the ones who know. That's why I have a lot of friends on YouTube too. Like, I'm not jealous. No, I don't want to be on your red carpet. No, I will decline the invitation. I turn down sponsorships weekly. No, I don't need all of that. I don't need all of that. Okay. But I feel like Oompaville like kind of wants like to be like friendly with everybody. Like he doesn't want to create an enemy, which is fine. And he probably has a much more peaceful life than me because of it. But like y'all, seriously, how did my man get through over 2 hours? How did he get through almost 2 hours of interview without asking a single one question about Ava Chris Tyson? It wasn't until he got on the phone with Mr. Beast the next day before he asked a question about Ava Chris. How? Just somebody explain it to me like I'm 5. All right. Like I'm 10 even. How is it you could get through, Tyrone? Tell me. Over an hour, over maybe 2-hour interview with Mr. Beast about the allegations, and you don't bring up Ava Chris Tyson, you don't bring up the Shadman poster, you don't bring up the group chat logs, you don't bring up the SA, you don't bring up anything about the poster or Should I Pray Jean or none of it. Oh yeah, one more thing real quick. Did you happen to what's going on with did you know about to push up the poster? Come on, dude. Like really, that's the best you got. There you go. Tyrone said a friend everyone is a friend of none. Did Nur Beats do it? I don't know what you mean. You gotta be a lot more specific than that. Did you delete your Jonathan Audie video? No, still up. Maybe it was a live, or maybe it was on BJ Investigates. Oompaville let CoffeeZilla write his follow-ups without letting Jimmy know. Okay, that part I get. But what do you mean you said Jimmy went syntax error from that? I don't know what that means. But I could tell. I definitely could tell that CoffeeZilla had contributed to the follow-up questions. And I think that Oompaville did say that, actually. I think he did say it, that he had talked to him and he respected him and he was his favorite YouTuber. I'm everybody's favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Y'all didn't know. How do we claim membership? You got to put the, what does that mean? Red Rummed L. I don't know what that means. Just saw he's dating Call Me Chris. Who's dating Call Me? I don't know who that is. I done got lost. I mean, it's just, we just talk about different things. Okay. Wait a second. No way. Taryn Lynn, don't come over here with the fake news, girl. You got to be kidding. Jake Paul allegation, 2 missing girls last seen at his house, an allegation of a punished basement. No way. You lying. Let me look it up. Jake Paul punished basement. Oh, that's scary, y'all. I just got a cold chill. Punished basement. The hell? No. No. Where's that at? I'm going to do Jake Paul missing girls. What the hell is a punished basement? What are you getting punished for? No, I don't see nothing about it. You don't have to. I told you to get out of here with all that. Tell me what it was. Tell me what it was. Oh, Call Me Crit. Oompaville is dating Call. I thought he was married for some reason. Oh, thanks so much, Mackenzie. We're picked many times. No way. That's not true. That's true? Oh no, I gotta see that. Okay, yeah, I know. Seriously, Slick Chick's like, please stop. They saying this in a video. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know if that's true. Leah said rubbish. Rubbish. Where's the membership join button? Somebody tell Dan. Thank you for the $1.99. BJ has proven Like any great type of truth seeker, critically thinker, do not gaslight her. She will prove you wrong. Do not ever tell us. Don't tell us what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I do not work for you. Okay. All right. I'll maybe be back later. I want to go see like what's going on with Natanya. I did call her earlier and email. So maybe we'll be back on here later, or maybe I'll just edit that video. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. But that's all I really had for right now. I'll be back if anything else transpires or happens, that needs my immediate attention. But that's all for right now. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation, and neither are opinions. Love you, meaning. Bye.